You do the math, and that's how many people went from their first book to your second book. And a lot of that is still Kentucky windage, especially if you run promotions. If you give a book away for free, what's that? Read through. People pick up a lot of free books and don't necessarily read them. So a good read through on a free book, for me, 1%. I give away 100 to get one reader. I'll get over 100 books, one reader's good. I'll give away 100 books to get one reader. I'm okay with that. It used to be 10%. Now at 1% I think is a good number. Anything over that is a great number. So what are the three methods? Next slide, please. What are the three methods? As I said, I warned you about this, but I wouldn't even talk about the slides. You have three methods for pricing. You can price it free, you can discount it, or you can full price it. That's it. You have three methods of earning money, and there are only three. There's the Ferrari model, few at a high price with a high earnings. Walmart model, you sell a lot of them at a low profit margin. I think Walmart, 3% is their profit margin. So they sell $1 billion, that's so they can make 30 million. It's a lot of movement. So that's harder to do because it requires a lot more upfront capital before you get it back. And then the third method is something else. I don't remember what my third method is. It'll come to me, and it's on one of these slides. Can we go back one slide?
The Godiva Chocolate Factory tour.
Oh, the Godiva Chocolate Factory tour. Yeah, that's where people just want to buy it because you just showed them. That's also the grocery store. Hey, look, that's why I bought chicken tikka masala at Costco a couple months ago. Because they had it there, hey, try this. And the guy looked lonely and he kind of tracked me. I just blocked that. And oh yeah, I'll try it. And it was really good, so I got it. And then I got another one the next time I went. So you got those methods, those ways of getting people into your books and in your profit margin. So pricing strategies, I have used all of them, except for the direct sales before publishing via Amazon or one of the other publishers or one of the other distributors. And that one, I'm not sure exactly how I want to do that, where I put a book up for sale on my website and tell my readers, hey, you're willing to buy this book? Because 100% royalties on $4.99 is $4.99. 70% royalties on $4.99 is not 70%, it's more like 62%, 63% based on the download fee that they charge. And I do that math later here. So you want to make as much money as you can with each new release. Is that through new eyeballs? Or is that through better pricing? Is a 99-cent book worth the same as a $2.99 book, worth the same as a $4.99 book? It's the exact same book. 99-cent book will make you 35 cents. Countdown deal is different, but 35 cents. A $2.99 book or a $4.99 book will make you about 10 times that, $3.50 say. So, can you sell 10 times as many copies of your books at 99 cents? If you have that as your normal price, that answer is probably no. Because it's visibility that you're looking for there. But during a promotion period, try running promotions at $4.99. I had one book that I had done a countdown deal and I tried to change the price and I couldn't. And it hit a couple paid promotions that was supposed to be 99 cents. And it was $4.99. And they said, oh, okay, that we consider that a discounted price. And guess how many sales I got paying for those promotions? Yeah, nothing. So 10 times nothing is, yeah. So discounting, you get it into people's hands. If you have one book, this is where you might as well make what you can off a reader who is willing to buy it, rather than put it on sale and put it into people's hands because the read-through, buy-through is so critical for making money. Pricing that first book, you price it down, you discount it or make it free, and you have to look at the next books in that series or the next books in your brand that the reader might buy. The critical thing for a free book is if somebody does read it, you want to own that reader. You want their email address, you want them to buy the next book. So you got to have links to your email, you have to have links to your next book. Binge Readers, and I was talking to a couple different trad authors this morning, and that is the significant element, is those readers who want that next book. You have to feed them. And even traditional publishing is leaning more towards series and a higher velocity, a quicker delivery to the readers, because Netflix, binge watchers, series getting all dropped at one time, impatience of the 21st century. Well, we are much, much better positioned to deal with that than traditional publishing, which has the Leviathan trying to move these titles when they're still strapped around January and June, or January and July, when they bid for shelf space at the brick and mortar stores. And when they price it for $14.99, because they're still trying to sell those paperback copies, Vice, the other book. How many copies does it sell at $14.99? It'd be cool if you could, but we're not Nora Roberts and we're not James Patterson. They're not selling our ebooks at $14.99. They're not going to sell. And the 35%, why does Amazon penalize us for a price over $9.99? Because the sweet spot, they've determined the sweet spot is between $2.99 and $9.99, so they reward that. Amazon is all about data and rewarding. They know the sweet spot for ebook buyers is $2.99 to $9.99. They can advertise it and push it. They don't want books on their platform that they can't sell. So they put 14, they penalize you, yeah, they'll put it on there, but they would much rather you have a book that is more likely to be bought. When they are pushing also boughts, when they are recommending your book, and I have this, the latest data, my latest couple books are hammering it. They're both top 1,000. The one book is ranked 583 in the overall store, and it's been out for 6 weeks, and it's never been out of the top 1,000 because it's getting in the newsletters. If you like this book, you might also like Amazon high deliverability on the newsletters. That first book is only 99 cents, but it has made an absolute goblet of money because it's also KU. Second book is full price, $4.99, and it's doing exactly the same thing. They're coming in on that 99-cent book, and then I'm reading through the second book. During this conference, one thing I wanted to harp on was quality. You have to write a good book. That first book is a good book. The second book is an even better book, and the third book ties it all together. My beta readers really made sure that we came through on this series. But pricing, 99 cents on a pre-order, that first book. I thought they were making a mistake. We had, 700, 800 pre-orders on the first book at 99 cents. 250 bucks. Have a nice day. I'm used to making a little bit more on 250 sales. But when it hit, we got reviews back. I don't do arts. So those pre-order buyers were looking for the quick fix. It's a 70,000, 80,000 word book, so they could read it in one sitting. And this is my primary readership, are people who want to read in one sitting. So I priced it for them. My publisher, that was 20Books, priced it for them and their own. They wanted to put that book in absolutely as many hands as possible. They spent a couple $1,000 on promotions, that's paid newsletters, like Book Club New Release. Yeah, my previous Book Club New Release that I did on full price title, $4.99, 600 bucks, I sold 5 books. So I wasn't a fan when they said they were going to do it. They're like, it works a lot better on a discounted book. So 99 cents. And the pre-order, they didn't even advertise it. It just resonated right off. I shared it with my readers, so we sold 700, 800 copies. And I thought, well, that's going to cannibalize all those sales. Oh, hell no. Hell no. I'm not sure what the current sales are after six weeks, but 15,000 sales. and millions of page reads already in that short amount of time, because Amazon was pushing it. And when Amazon pushes it and people see it, the 7 touches rule, right? You see something 7 times before they wear you down, and you say, okay, I gotta get this. So they're seeing it through every paid newsletter we could get, every one. There are a couple $600, $700 ones, and all of them, we got all of them. And it worked out. Got that viral where it stayed, 99 cents. Tens of thousands of dollars on a book that was only 99 cents. And the second title, $4.99, third title, $4.99, plenty of pre-orders, 1,000 pre-orders on the second book. Pricing to drive sales. The best thing you can do to drive your sales is get eyeballs on your book. Training your readers, if you always publish the book for free, if you put it at free at some point, because you're trying to bring those readers in, you're going to train your readers that you'll give them the book eventually if they'll wait you out. Doesn't matter if I follow slides or are we just talking? The math suggests the more people it's a numbers game. The more people who get your book, the better off you'll be for a good book. You can sell 10,000 copies of your first book at full price, but if it's not a good book, you could have a second book at 99 cents and you won't sell anything. You've got to have a good book, and it always starts with that quality. Tomorrow's presentation in the main center, in the event center, is Perfection Paradox. Is when is good enough? Because some people will get quagmired in, the book's not perfect yet. Understand a definition of perfect that works for your readers, not you. You are not the one who gets to define what perfect is. All you can do is torpedo your own effort to be a self-published author if you try to rewrite the same book over and over. You don't learn that way. Imagine if all I did, I'm a big golfer, all I did was putt from here to an ashtray right there, and that's all I ever did until that was perfect. When I went to play the game, how good would I be? Nothing, unless I had this one thing. And that's write this book, then write the next book, then write the next book, get that feedback, learn, improve, grow, and you'll find that you'll become a much, much better author than rewriting the same book over and over until you think it's perfect. And you'll find you ain't going to sell any copies. Because the first reader who says this isn't perfect, they will crush your definition, crush your mentality on what perfect looks like. How can they not like this? It's perfect. I've written a bad book that they loved. I've written a book that I didn't want to publish. That was Xenophobia 1. Xenophobia with a Z. So of course Amazon autocorrects it to X and then releases my book. I didn't like that book. I didn't like writing it. It was painful. But it was for Athon, and I said, no, I'm going to write a different book because I didn't like this one so much. My beta reader said, we love this story. And I said, I can't write the next 2 books. It's a trilogy. But I have the outlines. And so I farmed it out. Hey, anybody want to write these other 2 books for a 50-50 split on this? And I got a Dragon Award winner, Brad Artorius. He wrote the second book, and it is phenomenal. It was so good that I felt horrible, and I said, hey, can you edit the first book, give it a tweak? And so he went and did that. He took a week and said, hey, it's just a few little things to marry up with the second book, and then he's into the third book. They'll have that. So what I did was I put it on pre-order for 99 cents, because hey, the models just said that this should work, and a similar readership, okay. Push as many copies as possible. We have a bunch of promos all lined up for that book for when it goes, because the next 2 books, pre-orders are there, and we'll do multiple sales. Next 2 books are full price, first book 99 cents. So I'm going to validate this other model where the first book was 99 cents on pre-order, and then the sales were 99 cents. Free books. I also have the 14th book in my Space Lawyer series is coming out in December. What are we doing? Every other one, because that series, they're short books, 65,000 words. Every other book that comes out, I put the first book for free, because it's a new quarter, right? They're all KU. And then books 2 through the last book for 99 cents. I will make thousands of dollars. I do every time I do that. Because people pick up that first book for free, and then the link we include is the Amazon series page. So they go to the series page, hey, you can buy all of these for, they put a number right there, upper right hand corner. Amazon knows how to sell shit. That's what they do. So your free book, your 99-cent book, when somebody clicks through on it, if they have a KU membership, in the upper right-hand corner, the big button, it says read for free. You get them to that product page, you've got a good cover, your blurb, the above the fold blurb, read for free. Oh, hell yeah, that's good. My friends are reading this book, read for free. I make a hell of a lot more on a full read on KU than I do on a book that's just sold for 99 cents. That's not accounting for it. So getting them to that product page, that's the win. So the pricing strategies, marketing is pretty simple. I want to get this book into as many hands as possible. It is this genre. Here's the paid newsletters that feed that genre. Here's some really catchy copy, written ad copy, with easier words, ad copy. And there you go. We got some good reviews. Life is good. We got some bad reviews that will help sell the book. Writer's a total dick. That's a great review. 1 star. My best review. Good story. Too much swearing. And 5 exclamation points. Cool. Exactly. Copy paste. There we go. Ad. Drew a lot of people into that book. In the blurb, it said right there, if you don't like swearing, don't read this book. But must have sold him with the above the fold. He didn't click read more and bought it. That sold a lot of books. Too much swearing. It wasn't YA, so it's okay. The whole effort with pricing strategies, and you're probably wondering, my book's $3.99, should I make it $4.99, $5.99? Test it. The best thing you can do with pricing is test your stuff. Because if you've got a book, you're selling 1 copy a day at $3.99. Religiously, I'm selling 5 copies a week at $3.99. Pop it up to $4.99. And like, if you have other books, pop them all up. Don't just leave one where it looks like the sore thumb. Has anybody ever had a sore thumb that stuck out? Somebody said, wow, that looks like a sore. You know, it's a stupid saying. I don't get it. Price it. Bump them. Take a look. And then follow the data. Because you can sell fewer books and still make more money. But fewer books means fewer readers. Is it worth it? What's your read-through rate? All these numbers. And you don't have to calculate them to the 10th decimal point. Kentucky Windage. You made $1,000 this month. You changed the prices a little bit. You have fewer sales, but you made $1,200. Kentucky Windage says that was a good decision. Now, how do I get these readers who backed out at $4.99 who are willing to buy at $3.99 on board at $4.99? Reviews, promotions, a new book in the series. Nothing sells the series like the new book. I'm going to publish a 14th book in the series, and people are going to do buy all. And that 14th book will be full price for $4.99 for 60,000 words. I'm just going to sell a lot of copies of that series. So now they're on board. Somebody willing to read 14 books. You know who's going to read the 15th book? The people who bought the 14 books. And the quality of your stories, reread. Look for rereads. Timer somewhere.
22.
Okay. Oh man. Rereads. That's the highest testament to your quality. You want that recidivist rate for people who lock themselves into a cell with your book. I've got those people that I love who said, "Oop, 14th book's coming out. I better reread the series. Reread 1 through 3, and they do that every time. Right? It doesn't get any better than that. And that's, if you see somebody do that, if you're on a Facebook group and you see that comment, oop, better start. Doesn't that make you, hey, if the series is that good? That was Super 8. Super 8 was looking for, hey, let's do a survey and see how people like our hotel. We made some changes. And then they looked at it and said, no, we don't need to do a survey. We just need to know, have you stayed with us before? And if they come back, that's all they needed to know. If they come back, then it was good enough. Perfection paradox, good enough. Okay, I'll read the next book. Hey, $4.99, glad to have you on board. So pricing, you want to get your book into as many hands as possible. That's why I always do discounts. With 23 different series, it's okay. I can discount a book to free every month. I can discount 1 to 99 cents every month for that series, the first book. And that's what I do. There's such a turnover rate on newsletters that 6 months down the road, you can advertise the same book in the same newsletter, and the law of diminishing returns, the drop-off, isn't really that much. And if you only do it once a year, the drop-off is non-existent, and it might grow, because now you're a bigger name. I always write in series because it's hard to find that reader. It's hard to find that one reader. If you're always writing standalones, I would suggest writing standalones and selling yourself as the brand. Because every one of your books is going to have some kind of consistent theme. My theme is justice. You could say justice. I hate bureaucrats. That's going to be in every one of my books. So do you hate bureaucrats? I've got 23 different series that will fulfill your need to hate on bureaucrats. I really do. It suck. So then you sell yourself as a brand, and your cover artists. Make sure they have a consistent, pseudo-consistent font with your name, because you'll have different cover artists. Even if you're publishing one book a year, you still will have different cover artists, unless you redo all your covers each time and make them new, which you can do too. A new cover is new eyeballs, a new look at your book. But try to gain some consistency. So my cover artist, as I jump, I have probably a dozen different cover artists, is here's what my name looks like in my other books. Please make it kind of similar. And that's what they do. Even on my romance title. I shouldn't have done that. I had to give it away. It was sad. It was sad. I give a lot of stuff away. A lot of stuff. I write short stories for anthologies. I probably have 30, 40 different short stories that I've written for anthologies. And I give them all away after because I try to sell them. And I put them on Kindle, not Kindle Unlimited, but just in Amazon. And they're there for 99 cents, and I may sell a copy or two in a month. Okay, you can take that 70 cents and run down to Walmart and buy something. But I give them away, and that keeps those readers on board. I have a 5 newsletter onboarding sequence for new subscribers. I probably spend the most effort getting subscribers to my newsletter. It's 500 subscribers in a month at about 50 cents each. I think the last count was 51 cents for a subscriber to make it all the way to the end of the 5 email onboarding sequence. 39 cents to get them there, 51 cents for those who finally made it. So 500 subscribers for $250. Every one of those people is an opportunity to sell my backlist. So each one of them I can advertise anew. So that's when I put one of my series starters on sale for free. Here you go. So I'm training them to, I will give you books for free. Come on board. But I also, in that onboarding sequence, I talk to them about I need to sell books to keep writing books. So they know that eventually, if they like the stories, they're going to pay. And they're good with that. I have like an 80% from when they come on board to stay on board. My unsubscribe rate is real low. Feed the readers, free short stories, why not? A free book, that's how I get them on the newsletter. It's a free book. Here's a book I spent a month writing. I paid a co-author an advance on it. It didn't really sell well, but you know what? It sold really, really well, bringing subscribers on my newsletter. I probably added 6,000 or 7,000 in the last year off my free book. free. Tom Stoppel, Heinlein said it. There ain't no such thing as a free lunch. Somebody's paying. So you pay with a newsletter, with your email. And how they market to you. At least it's a lot more upfront than what Facebook does with your data. The paid newsletters, I think, is one of the. You can advance the slides. We'll stick with it. Data. Look at the other people in your genre. And if you look at the top 10 in science fiction, these people are all my friends now. And that's what we can do as indies. Whether they're trad or indie, we have access. It's the 21st century. And especially if your books are right up there with theirs. The book that's never been out of the top 1,000. Guess what it was sandwiched in between for 2 weeks straight? Dune, Foundation from Asimov. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Of course, Dune, they wanted $14.99 for it, but I mean, they were up there. But actually, I was in front of them for a week and a half. And then Foundation from Asimov, both big TV series. I had breakfast with Kevin J. Anderson this morning. He co-writes the Dune series. So all of these people are available to you when you look up there, and then you can talk to them and ask, well, why are you doing this, and how's it working? It's okay. It's the readers. Because if I would love to sell my box sets at $2.99, I would put them on sale for 99 cents. The box sets, I combine books. It's no new content. So it's no new work really, besides kludging them together and putting them out there on Amazon. And trying to juice it at 99 cents so it gets the visibility and gets page reads. But keep in mind, you've already sold these books once. I don't put a box set together until for 6 months, a year after the individual books come out. And it's also a different readership, except for the rereaders. The rereaders, hey, one package only takes one spot on your KU, even though they got 20 spots now, but still, serious whale readers will run through that. One spot on your KU library, and get those rereads, and it's free money. Whatever you get on a box set, why not? But sci-fi authors will put all those books in box sets for 99 cents. And I've been working those guys, please, try $2.99, try $2.99. And no, they still put them on, so it forces me to put it for 99 cents, because if I put it $2.99, then I get minimal number of downloads. I'm still working them out. Come on in, up to $2.99. It's because 70% of $2.99 or 35 cents. Come on in, please. So know your the people you're in with. I almost said competition. They're not the competition. Readers will read far more than what we can put out. James Patterson readers, Nora Roberts, J.D. Robb. That business model is a little different, and those readers might only read 2 or 4 books a year. You don't want to compete for those eyeballs. That's a hard market to do. And especially if they're looking for the hardback that they can go down to Barnes & Noble and buy and have no intention of reading an ebook. Do not waste the time or effort going after those readers, because they're not your target audience. Ebooks, especially as an indie, unless you can afford the overhead of doing these other things, ebook, the barrier to entry is minimal. The cost is absolutely minimal in the big scheme of things. If you want to simultaneously release with audio, pricing again, right? If you make a 99-cent book or make a book free, but it's also related, you have the paperback and then you have audio as well, all three on the product page. If you have it discounted, if they buy it in any shape or form, the audiobook will be $7.49. So there you go. You can move that as well. Now 40% of $7.49, about what you're getting anyway, with an Audible credit, $2 to $3, and it's okay. Because they'll buy the ebook and get the audio as well. I love selling people 2 products for the same one. No new content. If you're constantly having to generate new content to get sales, that's a hard business. But if you can take old content, repackage, like box sets. I think every one of my books is in a box set of sorts. I'll do books 1 to 3, then I might do books 1 to 6, then I might do books 1 to 9, and it's okay. I expect at some point Amazon will stop that practice and say, oh, if you have individual books, we're not going to pay you KU page reads for the same books, just in a different package. But for right now,
and it's not nefarious, it's not a subterfuge, it's not anything untoward, because people like the different package, and a lot of times it's a different audience. The binge reader, somebody who's willing to buy 3,000 pages in an ebook, holy cow, it's a little bit different than somebody who, I just want this book. So with a different target audience and a different market, give them that product that feeds that market. And if you have to do it 99 cents, do it and go all in. Put it in as many hands as possible, because what's in that upper right-hand corner? Read for free. 3,000 pages, read for free? Sure, why not? That's a huge payout. That's what, $13.50, $14? Huge payout. I write escape fiction, so it reads really fast. Okay, 10 minutes left. I tested $5.99 and my sales tanked. So for me, $4.99 is good. And science fiction, this is science fiction. 99 cents. I don't move enough copies of free to make 99 cents not worthwhile. So because I'm thinking 1%, so I got to move 100 copies to sell one that they read, and then I'm counting that 50% read through, so I need to move 200 copies for somebody to buy book 2. The math. Whereas 99 cents, if I move 20 copies, I've already made enough to offset books 2 and 3. And if somebody buys a book, they're more likely to read it. I'm counting on read through. That's what series are all about, read through. I don't want to sell you just one book. I want you to read that book. So I am adjusting my marketing away from free, except when it's part of a package deal. Like book 14 is coming out in mid-December. Book 1's free, book 2 through 13 are 99 cents. Here, get it all. And I've got this super cool coding where people can one-click it on the US market, and it adds all of them to their shopping cart. And it's smart enough to tell that if they've already bought books 2 and 3, then it won't add those. Oh, you already have books 1 through 3. Cool, so it'll only add these. Hey, great, add them. That's money in the bank. Yes, ma'am.
So when you're just starting a series, because you have so many long series, how do you start pricing at the beginning of your series when, say, you have only 1, 2, or 3 books out instead of 15?
One book with the second book 6 months down the road, I would go full price, because what I want there is readers who want and love the book. So I would test the blurb. And I would tweak the blurb. It's free to tweak your blurb. You can do that through your Amazon author page. However, if you do any kind of price change or anything, it'll go back to whatever's on the KDP page. So if you're going to tweak the blurb, just do it through the bookshelf, the KDP bookshelf, and tweak it. Play with the blurb and see if you can get that into people's hands. Start playing with Amazon ads. And I speak Amazon. I am almost exclusive for all my books. So you can tweak Amazon ads and start playing with them and see what audience is it showing them to. So I always do an automatic ad, and then look, once you start getting clicks, look, who did it show that book to? So this is what Amazon's algorithms think of your keywords, that your upload keywords, because it's auto ad, so you don't have any keywords added, your upload keywords and your blurb, and then your title and subtitle. All of that goes in to feed the algorithm. If they're showing it to the wrong person, you absolutely need to change your blurb. You can even change your subtitle at that point. But tweak it and see what kind of readership. And then when book 2 comes out, you can drop the price on book 1 and drop it even just to $2.99 is all. So you're not getting slaughtered for 99 cents for people if it's not a great book. Build up a few reviews, and you only need a few. You don't need a lot. Okay, thank you. So if I have just one book, it's full price. because I don't need to move a lot. I need information more than money at that point. Now, if you're just starting one book, you might want to put it $2.99 or $3.99 starting off, depending on what your genre calls for. Like romance, I see an awful lot of books at $2.99 or $3 from big authors. It's like, okay, that's their feed in. So what I've done on a couple series is I've made the first book $3.99, and the second book and on is $4.99. Just so somebody does a quick look, they'll see, oh, that one's discounted. And everybody loves a discount, right? Even $3.99, all right, whatever. You make almost the exact same between $3.99 and $4.99 book. But getting that reader on, all of the efforts are bring that reader on board. And then all of your efforts once they're on board is to keep them on board. So I show them pictures of my dog, Stanley. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody at this. You got to go to the microphone so we can hear you. Yeah, go ahead.
So I have books in, can you hear me? I have books in box sets, and
Okay.
I only do them under $9.99, so I get the full price. But you talked about when they're in series, and you click on the series, if they're like 9 books in the series, are they going to do the full price but give me the 35%, or will it be full price for each book and I get the 70%? Because
It'll be, if somebody does one-click series buy,
Yeah.
it'll be what each book is.
Okay.
You can't do a series sale. Unless you
Right.
have to physically go in and change the price, which is a pain in the ass. I've asked Amazon if they can do a one-click change on a series.
Right.
So you don't have to go into each book, but you can't. Right now you go into, so if you've got first book at 99 cents and it's not a countdown deal, you get 35 cents. If book 2, 3, and 4 are $2.99, and in book 5, it's whatever each book is, and it just adds them all together.
Okay, so if the total came to, say, $25, I would get 70% on the 25, not the 35%.
You get whatever each book is.
Okay, that was it. Thank you.
So, yeah, so you get 70% on the books that are $2.99 and over, and then it just adds all that together. Sure.
So talking about box sets again, if I have 4 books out right now, and I was going to do books.
You're Canadian. I
Yes.
heard it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Guilty as charged. So I want to do books 1 to 3. When is a good time to do that? And would I put those at 99 cents? Like I haven't discounted any of my other books, so it seems like a really.
How do your
big
books
drop.
sell?
They're selling very well still.
I might put book 1 at 99 cents, but I wouldn't mess with books 2 or 3 if you're only having 4 and they're selling well at full price. That means let's spread out how many people read book 1, because people who read the book like it. So if they like it, then maybe drop book 2 to $2.99. But I wouldn't, as long as they're selling well, and well is relative. It's every individual has a different definition. But run a bunch of promos on 1, publish book 5 in the series.
And would that be a good time to do the box set of 1 to 3 when I publish book 5?
If the individual books are selling well, I would wait at least a year. Get as much as you can, much mileage as you can, and then sure, why not box book?
But when you say, I know you mentioned that before, when you say wait a year, do you mean a year when the whole series is done? Or, because it's been a year since book 1 came out. It's been 6 months since book 3 came out.
Can you come up? I can't understand you.
It's been a year since book 1 came out, and
Okay.
6 months since book 3 came out. And
Okay.
we published book 4 and book 5 is coming. So
Okay.
I'm wondering, is this a good time to put it in a box set, or am I still not?
It could be. Because it's been, book 3 just came out, book 4 just came out. 6 months since book 3. It could be. Because the benefit here is if you're doing 3 book box sets, so you do books 1 to 3, and then you've got 4 and 5 as 2 separate. So 4 and 5 would sell at $4.99 or whatever your normal price is, and book 1 to 3 can sell at $7.99 or $8.99. And when book 5 comes out, maybe discount it to 99 cents. I'm not sure what your genre will bear or require. Or put it to $2.99 and hit it with a bunch of, yeah. And it's not like, oh, geez, a 1 to 3 books. I'm selling them for $3. Come on. You've already made money off those. It's about getting more readers in, and if they like it, they're going to buy book 4 and they're going to buy book 5. It's been out 6 months. The majority of your money you're going to make is in the first 3 months. And now we can defeat that as indies because we can always run promotions. See, TradPub will just take new titles and they've got their pipeline and you kind of wither down and you disappear unless something makes it viable again. And as indies, we can defeat that by running promotions. Here's book one and showing it and getting a BookBub featured deal. Hey, here, push it in front of a bunch of readers. So the box set, a little bit different target audience. So you got to judge. 1 to 3, how much are you making every day on those 3 books? If it's still too much, where if you had a box set for $7.99, you would still not make as much money, then I wouldn't make a box set yet. Cannibalizing sales, I'm only seeing maybe 20% loss in sales, except when we do big box sets, like book 1 to 9 complete, because I've got a few different series that are complete. That cannibalizes the hell out of individual sales when you've got a complete series. Because now people aren't following along, they're just buying the series and binge reading it and finishing it and moving on. But I saw a hell of a lot. Complete is like the magic word for series, for a box set. So 20 seconds. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. I got a sexy graphic there. Look at it. A Ferrari model, Walmart model, Godiva Chocolate Factory model. End. Start on time, end on time, right?
Can we snag these slides from you at another time?
What's that?
Will there be a copy of the slides?
Yeah, I'll put this in I know people, so I'll put this in the files section of 20Books Vegas. All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much for listening.